Okay. Yes, first question to team A. You will tell me who is the Agriculture Minister of India. So many times we have discussed this while studying the chapter Agriculture. Who is the Agriculture Minister of India? No? Nice beginning. B. He's always in the news.
Yes.
Whenever meetings are there, farmers' meetings are there, he's always at the forefront.
Ma'am.
Yes, Prabhmer. Narendra Singh Tomar. So 5-2. You all should know Agriculture Minister of India is spellings. Narendra Singh Tomar. Okay. Yes, team B, your own question. What is shifting cultivation? Give 3 disadvantages of it. Okay, you only tell what is shifting cultivation. Advantages to you. Next team. Yes. What is shifting cultivation? Shifting cultivation, at least use little mind, you will come up with the answer. The answer is there in the question only, shifting. That means you are shifting something. Yes, Prabhmer, try it out.
People cut the trees of the area and,
Yes.
and burn the trees and mix the ash with the soil to make it fertile and grow the crops and then cut it and move to the another land.
Yes, very good. That is known as shifting cultivation. Shifting means you are shifting the land. Okay, means first you are cutting down the trees and you are burning them, and then you are mixing the ashes with the soil to make it more fertile, and then you grow crops on it, and after growing then you abandon that land and you go to another land. That is called shifting cultivation. Okay, yes, next team C. Give me 3 disadvantages of shifting cultivation.
It causes pollution and
Yes.
one thing is there is less productivity due to shifting, less yield of crops, and the soil also gets infertile.
Yes.
As the soil is gone.
Yes. So you can say, and soil erosion is also there. Okay, so due to deforestation, soil erosion is there. Then when you burn it, so it causes fumes, that causes air pollution. Pollution is there, and the soil also becomes infertile, and it does not meet the need of the population also.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so these are some of the disadvantages of the shifting cultivation. Yes. Team D. Team D, define horticulture. Horticulture. Yes, Kashish.
Area in which the flowers are grown.
Only flowers.
And other fruits.
Flowers, fruits, and one more thing is there. Anyone else? Vegetables. But for what? Growing of fruits, vegetables, and flowers for
Greenery.
No, ma'am.
greenery.
And
No, not for greenery. For what?
I'm in a system it is grown.
Shh. No one? Ganesh Aryan? I'll take as one name now, Ganesh Aryan. No? It's very simple. I can't give you full, I'll give you 5. For? Anyone?
Even it is grown in a greenhouse, ma'am.
For what? Growing of fruits, vegetables and flowers for commercial use. Means you are growing it on the large amount for buying and selling purposes, not for greenery or not for your own fascination. It is for the commercial purpose. You will get the profit out of that. You are growing fruits, vegetable and flowers on the large scale for commercial use, for commercial purpose. That is called horticulture. Okay. Yes, team A again. Team A, you tell me what is pisciculture? Pisciculture. These are so easy terms. Yes, Parth.
Rearing of fish on large scale for commercial use.
Yes, very good. Rearing of fish on large scale for commercial use is known as pisciculture. Very good. Yes, team B. Team B, you tell me why agriculture is known as primary activity in India. Siddhima.
Ma'am, because most of the people used to do agriculture used to do cultivation and agriculture in India. Almost there about 70% of
50% of the persons.
50% of the persons used to do agriculture activities
Hmm.
for their daily needs and to get money for their livelihood and
Yes. Okay. Sit down. Fine. But more. Can anyone add any point to it? Yes, Alin.
From agriculture, the other sources also grow like the
Yes.
necessities from agriculture.
Yes. So agriculture, you can say it act as raw material also for other industries. Yes, Kashish.
now they had derived this activity from their ancestors and they
Yes.
just do this because they're illiterate and they do not have any other option because they do not have any other option.
Yes. So they feel that they are expert in this because this has been inherited from the ancestors. Okay. So if they do not do anything, so then they can indulge in the agriculture activities. And you can also write that it includes growing crops, fruits and vegetables and rearing of livestock also. So this is also because primary means the growing of resources, natural resources, that is called primary activity, and that comes under primary. Okay. Yes,
Team C.
team C. Team C, you tell me. Can you tell me the difference between subsistence farming and intensive subsistence farming? Almost same, but there is little difference. Yes, once try.
Intensive means that on small land it is done to get more produce, and it is
To get more produce.
it is done a small area.
Okay.
Ma'am, it
But
is
how
for
much
the-
produce if the farmer is growing?
It is done for the family.
Yes, only for the
And
farmer's
subsistence is
family.
done for commercial
An intensive subsistence where you can try to make profit by growing more
More crops.
on the small area of land. Okay? Subsistence farming is what? Growing the crops on small area of land and it only meets the needs of the farmer's family only. Okay? And there only household labor can do the work. Only family can do the work. But here in intensive subsistence, the farmer can try to make profit by growing more crops on the small area of land by using more chemical fertilizers. In intensive subsistence, little chemical fertilizers are used, but in intensive subsistence, more chemical fertilizers are used to improve the produce of the crops, to improve the yield. Okay, so there in subsistence farming, no profit is there, only farmers' families' needs are fulfilled. But in intensive subsistence,
Ma'am, of commercial.
yes, means some profit is also made from the farming. So that is the only difference between that. Okay. Then you on next is team D. Team D. Okay. Team D, tell me who is the Commerce and Industry Minister of India. There's a reason why I'm asking these questions. And that you know.
Commerce and Industry?
Yes. Commerce and Industry Minister of India. And he is a Minister of Railway also. Now see. Yes. If you know the Railway Minister, then you know the Trade and Commerce Minister also. Because they are, means he is the same for both the categories. Team C, no? So sad. Yes. Any guesses? No?
Piyush Goyal.
Yes. He is Piyush Goyal. Now don't forget again. Piyush Goyal is the Trade and Commerce Minister also. You can say Trade and Industry, Trade, Commerce and Industry Minister of India, Piyush Goyal. And he is also the Railway Minister of India. Why I am asking this? Because it is related with the chapter Industries and this is related with the chapter Agriculture. Okay. So Piyush Goyal is the Commerce and Industry Minister of India. Team C plus 5. Bonus points. Okay. Who's done? Team A. Yes, Team A, you tell me. Can you tell me the difference between agro-based industry and mineral-based industry? नाम में ही आंसर है. Agro-based industry, mineral-based industry. Yes, Bhavkirat.
Agro-based industry, raw material of agriculture is used.
Yes.
Mineral-based industry is mining and
What is used as raw material in mineral-based industries?
metals, iron.
Minerals.
Minerals
Minerals are used as raw materials in mineral-based industry and in agro-based industries.
Agriculture.
Yes, agriculture produce. I don't know. Okay, so agro-based industries are where the plants and the animal products are used as the raw materials. And in mineral-based industries, minerals are used as the raw materials. Okay, I'll give you. Can anyone add more to it? What more points can be there of differences? Agro-based industries are light industries. Light means bijli wali nahi. Light means halki. Okay, so they are you can say small scale industries, light industries, but mineral-based industries are heavy industries. And agro-based industries produce consumer goods. Mineral-based industries produced consumer as well as value-based goods. Okay? They support also.
Feed other industries.
Yes, mineral-based industries are also known as feeder industries. They feed another industries also. Or what else?
Non-labor.
Agriculture industries can be spread all over the country. Okay, but mineral-based industries are only specified where the raw materials are easily available. Okay. Yes. So agriculture industries give employment to mostly rural people and mineral-based industries give employment to urban people. And then you can give the examples. Example of agro-based industries are? Yes. Okay. So you have leather making and biscuits manufacturing, atta making, flour, and then so many are there which are dependent on the agriculture. And mineral-based industries are? Hail, sale. Okay. So these are all. And see if it comes for 5 marks. Okay. And then if you write 4 points of differences and 5th point you write of example, you will not get 5 full marks. Because example is not considered as point. Okay. So don't be confused. So that means first 5 points you have to write the differences between the two, and after 5th you will write the example. But if you will write 4 points and then example, then you will not get 5 marks. because examples are not considered in the points. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and in this chapter diagrams are also important. Which diagrams are there? So
Blast furnace.
this times diagrams will also come. Diagrams will also come in the final exam.
Okay, ma'am.
Which are the diagrams? Which two diagrams are there in your
Blast
syllabus?
Furnace.
Blast furnace and Hydel power.
Hydel power project.
Yes, two diagrams are there. Blast furnace in this industries chapter, and Hydel power is in the agriculture, I think. Agriculture? नहीं, mineral and power resources. उसमें ही. ठीक है? That chapter is also there. So diagrams are there this time. You have to practice diagrams also for 5 mark questions directly. And map work also of this chapter. Industries का iron and steel plants of India we have done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so let us revise that also. Just to ask whose turn it is?
B.
B. You tell me, Bhilai steel plant is in which state?
Ma'am.
Like this, we can revise the map work also. You have already marked on the map. So Bhilai steel plant is in which state? Bhilai. Yes. Any guesses, Salil? Wow.
Ma'am, please. Okay.
Very nice.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Jharkhand.
Jharkhand. No.
From Karnataka,
No.
West Bengal.
No.
Madhya Pradesh,
No.
सारे states बोलो.
बोलो और बोलो हाँ?
Chhattisgarh.
Yes, Bhilai is in Chhattisgarh. Okay, next question to team C. Team C, you tell me Salem steel plant is in which state?
Tamil Nadu.
Yes, Salem is in Tamil Nadu. Yes, team D. Rourkela steel plant is in which state?
Ma'am.
Rourkela is so famous.
Ma'am, yes.
Rourkela steel plant. Ganesh Aryan sitting dumb.
Ma'am.
Rourkela steel plant. Any guesses you can make? I am not giving you any negative mark. Wow, nice. No, no,
Bengal.
no, no.
Odisha.
Yes, Rourkela is in
Odisha.
Odisha. Okay, +5. Okay, team A, your question. Team A, you tell me. नहीं A ना? I asked them.
उनको पूछो.
No, now team A. Okay, D is 0 now. Now team A question. Team A, you tell me. What is smelting?
Ma'am.
Smelting. It is a process.
Ma'am, yes.
Smelting. What is smelting? It's very simple.
Ma'am.
No? Okay. Yes. He's already head down.
The process of extracting minerals from their ores.
Yes, very good. By something more is there.
Ma'am, by heating.
Yes, by heating beyond their
Ma'am.
melting
Ignition point.
melting
Melting
point.
point.
Beyond their melting ignition.
Melting point.
Beyond their melting point. Okay, so what is smelting? Smelting is the process of extracting the minerals from the ores by heating them beyond their melting point. All of you speak.
The process of extracting
Bas, the process of extracting the minerals from the ores by heating beyond their melting point. So smelting, melting ऐसे याद रख लो. Smelting, melting. Okay. So heating beyond the melting point. No, you didn't give me the right answer. Only you told that the extraction of mineral from the ores.
Ma'am, heating भी तो बताया था. 2.5.
You said ignition temperature. Leave it anyways, you are leading. Okay. Okay, smelting is important. Yes, okay. Whose turn now? B. B, you tell me which industry is known as the backbone of modern industry and why also? Nami, Siddhima, word. Yes, Salil.
Ma'am, the iron and steel plants are known as
Steel
the
industry, you can say.
steel industries backbone
Yes.
because they provide the raw material to the iron industries for making like machines, ships.
Yes. More?
Ma'am,
Also things.
Yes, so many things are made from the steel. So that's why steel is known as the backbone of the modern industry. Okay. One more question was there. Okay, why cotton textile rapidly expanded in Mumbai? Next team.
Ma'am, as there are seaports so that they can be transported, and ma'am, in Mumbai there is black soil, so there is good cotton can be grown there also. That is in Maharashtra.
Yes.
Ma'am, transportation facilities are also there,
Yes.
and
Skilled
humid
labor
climate,
is also
skilled labor is
moist
also-
climate,
Moist climate which is required for the growth of cotton.
near to the port,
Ma'am.
availability of raw material. Yes, so many things are there. Okay. So for 3 marks, if question comes that why cotton textile rapidly expanded in Mumbai, give 3 reasons. So then you will write, because you know Maharashtra has which type of
Black
soil?
soil.
Yeah.
Black soil, and black soil is suitable for growing cotton. Okay, so that means easy availability of raw material first of all, then skilled labor is also available, and it is near to the port, so easy import and export can be there, and the climate is also favorable for the growth of cotton. So these are the reasons why cotton expanded in Mumbai.
10 points.
Okay. Yes, team D, you tell me how quarrying can become a major environmental concern. Quarrying.
Ma'am,
Yes, Kashish.
Quarrying causes a lot of pollution.
Yes.
As in this explosion is done.
Yes.
And in this also the deforestation can be there because trees are cut down.
Yes.
And pollution, deforestation.
Pollution.
Tourism
Tourism is affected. Very
and,
good. Yes.
Air pollution.
Air pollution.
Due to which breathing problems. can
Yes,
be
breathing problems, so many things can be there due to quarrying. Okay, so quarrying can lead to deforestation, soil erosion, air pollution, tourism can get affected, people can suffer from respiratory or breathing problems. So many things you can write here in this. Okay, team A. Team A, you tell me which city is known as the Manchester of India.